Good morning, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. We are back on a Friday, and it has been an interesting week. We got some stories. Calvin got the palm tree cleared up over here a little bit, got it pruned up, looking good. Weirdly enough, that's sitting on top of the ground. It's not even in the ground with some mulch on it. They're really crazy trees. I think that's why I like them. And he's pruning up all the other ones over there. But I'm going to show you guys something I've been holding back, the sign. So as you can see, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? You know what our business is?
I mean, it says it under.
It's clear. My favorite color is clear. So it's holographical. At night it lights up and it shows you what this business name is. If y'all believe that, I got some oceanfront property in Arizona, I think, somewhere. If the song goes that way. But we did get in some cool trucks. We do have a bunch of stuff being delivered. Just dropped off a customer's truck in Ohio with an ATC in the back and got his text, and I'll paraphrase it. But thanks again, guys. Everything I expected and then some. Always appreciate it. And that's what we hope for every single time we deliver something. But this was a pretty extensive build, and it was a pretty extensive truck process. There was lots of things we needed to get there with the truck, and it all worked out really good. And we did get it delivered with Raymond, thankfully, personally. It does not always happen. So a lot of people are asking that. We can't always do it. It just doesn't make sense. It costs, I'll do a breakdown for y'all, what it costs to operate that truck of ours per mile, and we can get it done for about a third of the price. But some people do like it in person and with him, and I don't blame him. Raymond is a great transporter. He is probably one of the most thorough guys as far as checking twice, sometimes 3 times, and making sure everything is right. He did unfortunately splatter a deer on the way and blew a tire, and that was something that happened. And then we also got a boat delivered. We got a couple more utility trucks, but let me take you in the office. I'm going to show you what I've been hiding. And it's Friday, why not? And Trista's behind the camera. She's probably going to be behind the camera for a bit of the day because I don't know where AJ went. But there they are. Trista hasn't seen them yet. They are pretty large. A lot larger than you think, a lot heavier than you think, and when the wind is blowing, they're a lot more awkward than you think. You may lay down and do like a, well, there's a 3-wheeler. There's my 11 shoe. They're pretty darn big. And very, very, very awkward. Now, we got this one completely up, and the problem was it's about an inch of height and an inch of length off. And unfortunately, would that make a big deal? Well, in a lot of things it does, but in this case, it's a huge deal because it fits in this track. That's why I had this in here so y'all could see it. So it fits in this track. This track is what holds it completely up there. So if it doesn't fit in the track, that 1 inch keeps it from hitting. It sits in the bottom and it falls out the top. So then we said, well, maybe we'll just screw it in there and cap it. And I said, you know what? That would be my, on a Friday afternoon, quick answer, but I can't do that. I got to do it right. So we're either going to have to redo the sign, or we're going to have to attach some sort, and you can see where we scratched this by moving it so much. We're going to have to attach something to make up the inch and maybe rivet it to make it sit in the channel properly. And I don't know quite yet. That's probably going to be the resolve versus having to remake the signs, though these signs are cool, and I could surely hang them up in different areas. I just want to do it once and do it right because I don't want to take it back down. Our plan was to just put one side up, make sure the light was big and good, but then the other side of the sign blew out while we were doing it. Completely came out on us, and we didn't expect that. So then we had a major problem because we just about had this huge thing fly across the street into traffic on a busy day when they already had half the road shut down because of the other construction. During that, though, we also had, there are still funny people in this world. So the power company that was working here, it's a local company. They've been working in the area for a while. And while we were here, I made maybe two, how many did I make, Trista? 2 or 3 little spoofs of us in competition with them. They were working down here and they were working up there. And I said, which one does it better? And all the guys were super polite, young and old. They were great people. Well, lo and behold, one of the head guys has a TikTok. So he started realizing that we were doing that. So he made a funny comment. You guys, if you're not on TikTok, you can't see it. But while I was in the bucket and they were in the bucket, I made a comment that says, competition, who's doing it better? They had 4 bucket trucks. We had 3 or 4 bucket trucks. And I said, they're replacing a pole, we're replacing a sign. He commented at the end of the day, he said, your light pole's up, your light has been repositioned, your power is restored, and we're out. Did you get the sign up? And he knew we did. So yeah, that might not be funny to everybody, but he's a little bit of an older gentleman. I don't know his age, but he's a nice fella. And for him to comment that, and if I can find his TikTok, I'll insert it here. If not, he's got like 10,000 followers. He's doing pretty good. Then he clicked on ours and saw our followers, and he came in and he was like, okay, you got more followers, but we got our job done and you didn't. It was pretty hilarious. So sometimes little things like that brighten the day up tremendously. We've had a couple transportation issues this week. We've got a truck going to California that's pretty large, and we keep getting canceled. Every time they broker the load, we tell them it's lifted, and then they accept the load, and then they ask for a picture, and as soon as we do, they're like, monster truck, that's Bigfoot. No way, can't do it. And so anyway, so we've had a little bit of a failure there. We had a sign that's a failure. We are getting some lot work done. We are getting a lot of vehicles on the internet that you guys have not seen yet. Things are coming together really good. We do have the cream and white square body across the road out front, and that's because its next step is with Alvin. Alvin's going to clean up the undercarriage, treat the undercarriage, and then coat the undercarriage. And I just drove that truck this morning. That thing drives excellent. The 87 black wheel truck is selling. We got to get that delivered. Also a little bit of a downer there. We had it arranged and they couldn't fit it on the trailer because of its width. So thankfully I didn't call the customer and get him excited because he's very anxious. He actually kind of missed out on the truck. Then he was able to get the truck. Whole nother story for another day, but it worked out in his favor by being patient. So that was great. The 86 fully restored frame off truck is leaving and headed to Florida. And you guys saw a little bit about that yesterday, and you're going to see a little bit more about it today. Actually, clip it, Trista, AJ, calling you AJ, because we need to insert that part. Then we'll get to the rest of the video today. Sort of a little funny shop update. Cletus McFarland's wife's Tahoe, that if you watch the video, watch the video, live action around here, guys. If you watch the video, he took this away from her and supercharged it for a Mother's Day present, and she hated it afterwards. So there it is, in case you guys were wondering where it went. But the funniest part is, pause it. So I have my fiance's, and we'll see how much she watches these videos or doesn't in the shop. And it's just past Mother's Day, but it was here during Mother's Day or right after Mother's Day, and she watches with me a lot of the Cletus stuff, and Cletus just did it again to his wife's new vehicle and gave it to her for Mother's Day, and she figured it out. This time he pro-charged it instead of supercharged it. She is deathly afraid. Had my daughter call me today and ask me, that's why she was on FaceTime, Trista, ask me, Daddy, are you messing with Mommy's truck? Because she is so scared I'm going to do something crazy. I leveled it slightly. She noticed it. I'm talking like this. She swears she knows that it is different. It sounds different. She says her car sounds like a video game now with just something that simple. So if I did anything other than actually change the oil, and the reason it has been here for almost a week is it had to have a special order freaking windshield for the third time since we've owned it. And these are notorious for transmission issues. So we're trying to avoid that ahead of time by doing a sensor and a fluid change and a reprogramming. So that's all. I'm sure she's going to notice the reprogramming. I'm positive she's going to notice the reprogramming. But It is what it is. So we are not supercharging it, pro-charging it, turbocharging it. We're doing none of the above. All we're doing is simple maintenance. But it is funny that it is in here with Cletus's wife's Tahoe that he did do all that stuff too. And let's go over here real quick, Trista. While we're up here, heck with it. Let's do it all. The Stars and Stripes Super Duties out here. The Dodge Ram Charger, my hunting truck, the Suburban that doesn't need a motor, the two-wheel drive square body, and then about a dozen other commercial trucks, bucket trucks, rollbacks, box trucks, and this very nice Duramax service truck for one of our deserving customers will hopefully be getting soon. We've had 2 calls from 2 good customers. That is an amazing Knapheide crew cab Duramax full-wheel drive work truck. And actually we have 2 enclosed trailers over here. So we've got a lot to get knocked out. Most of that's not going to get done until next week. But I want to give you guys a little shop update on the grounds while we're here. And that was the reason for our thumbnail today. We also have the murdered out Murdaugh Escalade to talk about tomorrow. Yes, that Escalade truly has ties to that situation. Let's stitch it all together, Trista. Make it happen. We got Calvin cutting the field. We got Trista behind the camera. Say hi to everybody, Trista. Trista's officially out of school. What'd you graduate with? What was your GPA?
3.6 or something.
Is that good? Better than mine. 3.6 or 7, so that's pretty good GPA. Mike's got the bucket trucks lined up all around. We got the limo, shuttle bus out. And we're getting ready to start this beautiful day. We just walked outside, and it is actually an amazing day. Getting a lot of lot work done, getting a lot of stuff caught up. Pause it, Trista, let's go over here. Here's a good time to give you all a little building update here. This area you'll see a lot of content coming from. We're going to do content about, what are those things called? Dandelions. We're going to have a dandelion farm, it looks like, around here. Well, now that Calvin's here, we won't have a dandelion farm, but you guys will see a lot of content. This is going to be a really cool backdrop. We can back vehicles in right here. I don't think we're going to pave it, but I'm going to do some type of like a pea gravel and probably put some pavers in here. But this will be a nice quiet area. We can come right through here to show customers. We can put some signs. Not everybody's going to see it, but you guys on video are going to see it. It's also a good time when the sun comes around. This area is nice and shady, like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it'll be an awesome area for us to have a quiet spot without being too interrupted, but the staff can still come get me. We'll have to paint these tanks, and we got to make things look a little better, but you'll see a lot more of this area. While we're over here, had a couple people ask about what equipment we currently have. We sold out of most equipment as soon as the weather started getting good. We do have one of the brand new Mini X's that is installed 3 palm trees. That's the only use it's had. We have the Kubota 2501 without a loader, and we have the Kubota 2501 with a loader. Both low hours. One has 50, one has 100. And this one has extreme little use. I mean, it doesn't even have, one of my guys used it for something, but the bucket doesn't even have torn up edge. And we do have the New Holland. So I am going to, probably next week, put one of the mulcher attachments on this unit. It has plenty of horsepower. It has the high flow valve. So as far as what I know, and knowing the little bit I know, this unit's going to be perfect for that mulcher. So we're going to sell this as a forestry mulcher combination, and we will include the bucket. What happened this week? A couple things for the week update. Well, last Friday, I'll go into this real quick. So actually, I've got something I'm going to talk about. Is the lighting okay in here? Is it dark? All right. So with Trista behind the camera, no better time than to actually kind of talk about this. The reason we don't have any pressure in our sales, and the reason we don't string things along, and the reason we don't take deposits, and we do things in a totally different fashion than most places, are most dealerships are die hard to drill that customer when they arrive. And they end up with a lot of after the thought flack and problems. And why I'm saying this is, I'm going to give you one example. Last Friday, I had a customer call at the end of the day. I want to send you the money for a particular pickup truck. We'll pick it up next week, or you guys can deliver it. I want it. It's amazing. It's the exact truck I want. I said, well, sir, I'll tell you what I'll do. We're going to handshake it over the phone because everybody has left the office. I'm not lazy. I just have no way to give you the information and print the information that you need. So it'll have to be Monday. You can try to do it on Saturday, but probably gonna have to be Monday. No problem. As long as it's my truck. It's your truck, sir. Handshake over the phone. We're good. I gave him $500 off the price if he picked it up, or I would deliver it to him for free. That was his particular deal. He was happy. Come Monday, tell mom to email him everything. Tell Mike, obviously Friday, I told Mike, I told AJ, I told anybody answering emails, that truck is spoken for. It's done. We had some calls on Saturday on it. It's sold. Sent him everything Monday, nothing. It was a busy Monday. Tuesday, I asked, did we get the money from that? Do I need to ship it or do I need to leave it? Oh, we got an email this morning. His wife found out, told him he couldn't buy it. So, if he would have bought it, would the wife been pissed? I don't know, but that's just the way things go in this business. The other reason that we are so less pressureful, to the point it probably cost us business in some cases, is we don't sell GAP, we don't sell F&I, we don't sell life insurance, we don't sell all the things that other dealerships sell. They may be making very minuscule amount of money on a vehicle, but they're going to pack you with, and I'm going to do a full video showing guys what those fees are, how those fees work, what those fees are about, and how many of them are just unscrupulously wrong. It's going to piss off a lot of dealers, but it won't piss off the ethical ones. And right now there is a ton of unethical situations coming out of the woodwork with the Trade Commission, the FTC's new rulings and laws. And it's hitting a lot of people in the pocket. And I don't mind exposing it. If you're doing things right, you're going to be okay. And there's a lot of dealers that are doing it right. There's a lot of dealers that are doing it on the edge of right. And there's a lot that are doing it wrong. So that is one of the reasons, guys. Don't think we don't want to sell you a vehicle. Don't think we're lazy. I hear Mike all the time, and it is the blessed thing. That's why Mike works so well with us. In case you guys don't know, Mike had his own dealership. Mike also had his own transportation company. He did everything he could as ethical and proper, and just things changed. I'm thrilled because we did business prior. That's how we knew each other. 30 plus years we've been doing business. We knew each other because of the fact he was ethical, he was a handshake guy, and he was a no pressure guy. He was kicked back in his chair at his office just like he's kicked back in the chair at this office, and has been for a long time with us now. Customers ask all the time, how'd you come to work here? And I think his answer, I don't always hear what he says, but I'm pretty sure his answer is exactly what I just explained, why we allowed him to come to work for us and why he enjoys working for us. It's just a perfect fit. We did business the same way, and we continue to do it. Nobody is going to ever pressure you, oh my gosh, you better buy it before somebody else does, or you better send us a deposit. They want to lock you in and put the screws to you, and anytime you feel pressured, you should back away. There's plenty of cars in this world. There's plenty of trucks in this world. There's plenty of equipment in this world. Do what you feel comfortable with. And I want Trista to carry that on to the next generation, because everything you're taught, everything that you're going to learn, and she's going to start going to some of these seminars with us, is pressure, pressure. Get it locked in. Get it done. Sell them a lot of extra crap. Now you can't do that. It's illegal. So, and it's becoming more and more illegal, and I'm thrilled to death with it. A lot of people are against the rulings. It's because they're pissed off that they can't screw customers any longer. So that's a big deal to us. Hope it makes sense. And that is one of the reasons why we do business the way we do. I just wanted to explain it because I think a lot of people are taken off guard by it. They're not used to it. And some of them just feel like, I think sometimes that we're just too nonchalant and lazy, or we're not going to stick to our word. But when you have that handshake deal with us, it doesn't hold up on the other end. That man bowed down to his wife and didn't buy his truck. He sure said he was buying it and he was ready to pay for it. But, it's okay. We weren't upset. I told him to respond, no problem at all. Our response was no problem at all. Reach out to us when you're ready. It's all good, And he'll remember that instead of the guy saying, you son of a, and being aggravated. He'll never call them back. He will call back when his wife gives him permission and he gets to wear the pants, and he'll get to buy a truck probably. So, and he might even be watching this video, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. If my better half tells me I shouldn't do something, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I do. And when I do, I pay the consequences. So we've all been there. We all understand. but that's part of what happened this week. So just had to tell you guys. I got to run over here real quick and check on something in the field, and we're going to stitch a few more pieces together.